Hi everyone, welcome to Sew Like Dotty. If you are visiting me for the first time today, it's great to see you, and look forward to reading some comments if you drop any in below. Hope that you enjoy it. My style of vlog is quite a little chatty sewing vlog. I'm going to be talking today about what I've made this week, and plans for the week ahead, and a fabric I've got, and a little mystery I need some help to solve. So yeah, I don't think it'd be too long today, but that could be famous last words really, couldn't it? So it's Friday, it's the Jubilee weekend. I've just been kind of getting ready. We're heading out for some food and drinks with friends, and it's a bit of a working weekend for me as normal, but I hope wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you're having a great time. So yeah, what have I made? I've made the saguaro set trousers. Talked about it last week. I really dithered in what fabric to make these in, because I've got some navy fabric that I've mentioned before with a brown pattern on that I really want to do them in, but I was kind of which size, what fit. Usually I cut a large to an extra, or I would say a large in a Friday Pattern Company pattern, but I was kind of between the large and extra large in these. So I will drop a picture in of the pattern if you've not seen it before. But I was really pleased with them. I'll put a picture in. I had them on yesterday, and I also had them on with a black sagebrush top. The top is the one that I made last year. It's I would call it a cheesecloth fabric. I'm sure it was found from Pound Fabrics or Pound a Metre. I honestly can't remember, and I really would doubt if they'd still have that in stock. It wasn't sold as a cheesecloth. I can't even remember what it was called now, but it's a really nice fabric. And it's a little bit see-through, so I do wear sort of a little satin sort of slip style top underneath, like a little vest. But I put it with these, and normally when I wear my Tilly and the Button Sapphire trousers, I would never tuck anything in, but I really like these saguaro ones. There's going to be a lot more of these made. I surprised myself with them. In fact, I've had to go and buy some more 2-inch waistband elastic because I've almost run out of it. So I'm going to hold them up, but they do look quite creased, because I'll be honest, I had a bit of a nana nap in them yesterday afternoon, and I just wanted to pick them up. So this was a fabric that I've had in my stash for quite some time. I don't even know where I got it from. It could be Boys at Scarborough last May when I went to a James gig there. Or it could be somewhere else. I totally can't remember, in all honesty. It won't have been expensive, you know, £4 or £5 a metre or so. And as you know, because of my obsession with the band James, I don't even know if you can see it on my wrist. Oh no, look, it's going to go. Every time I hold it up, it's going to go off. Oh, anyway, I've got the daisy on my wrist because I'm a huge fan. So I think I had 3 metres of this, and I was going to do a dress or something with it, but I just thought it sat there in your stash for about a year. I've seen a lot of things that are somewhere similar, so I just thought I'll just do it in that. So I cut it in extra large, and I was really pleased that I did. It fits absolutely perfectly. If I haven't already, I'll drop that picture in of me wearing it with the sagebrush top tucked in. Now, I'm not the slimmest that I want to be, but actually I felt really smart with the top tucked in. And so what I think I'm going to do with I'll show you the fabric. I keep talking about it, I might as well just pull it off the shelf. It's this one. I've mentioned it a few times before. It's from Rainbow Fabrics Kilburn, and I think I've got about 5 metres of this. It's my backup ball gown fabric, but if I don't end up falling back onto this one, I'm going to do the saguaro pants and a sagebrush top and wear it as a faux jumpsuit. In fact, I need to go for kind of a meet and greet and photograph session on the afternoon before the ball in a couple of weeks' time. So I possibly may make it and wear it for that, because I just think it's beautiful fabric. I've got a Lyra dress in the pink and brown colourway in this. So yeah. So these are really good. If you've not seen the pattern before, you'll be able to see from the pictures and the line drawings that I've dropped up, and just go on Instagram and put in saguaro set, and you'll see them. They're quite a deep elasticated waist, and you do a couple of lines of just stitch and you pull it through. But what I did, because I do like quite a flat front on trousers, was I did tend to put more of the gathers towards the back. So you'll see that sort of bunched up a bit a bit more, but it just gives it this sort of cute, almost shirred effect. But it's really nice. Pockets at the side, as I say, they're absolutely creased to bits. They need a wash and a press. But what I really like about them is they're such a, I mean, these are a very floaty fabric, but they just felt lovely to wear. Really easy make. I don't usually put pockets in anything, as you know. I know, shoot me now, but obviously these do come with the pockets, and yeah, I like them. I thought they looked nice, so there'll be more of those getting made for sure. So I've been quite light on makes this week, because I think I shared a few vlogs ago. I think when you recording what you're making, you can kind of feel a bit under pressure, not from anybody else but yourself, to like, well, I need to have things made and sort of produced to show everybody. And a little while ago I was getting myself a bit sort of chewed up with that. So, you know, last week I had quite a bit made to share. This week that's the only thing that I've made for myself to share. But what I have been doing this week, I mentioned last week my daughter Naira, who's in her early 20s, she brought around some vintage dresses. Vintage just makes me laugh because they're all like things from the 80s. Like, I was a student nurse in 85, and the things that she's bringing around that are vintage are like, they're of that era. But hey ho, I love it. I love that she sees how things can be used. And while I was kind of looking at them and doing some just little alterations, one of them she brought around, she wanted it shortened, but she wanted to wear it with a belt. And when she put a belt on and sort of bunched it up a bit over the belt, she said, actually, I don't think it needs to be shortened. I just wanted a bit of advice on it. One of them was like a royal blue with white shell buttons on, and one of the buttons was missing at the top. But she said the one at the bottom kept coming open, and I said it's because it was a longer length before, and actually probably doesn't need that button on the bottom of it, the length you're wearing. I think it was coming undone because as she was walking, that movement was undoing it. So I just took that button out. It had some little ties on the back that had become like that, well, they'd just come out of the seam basically. So I thought I was going to have to unpick the seam, and I thought they'd maybe frayed to go back in, but when I looked at it, the seams were open and they just needed to come back in, and that's how it had arrived, bless her. But I have signed her up to Mimi G Academy. Tamlin and me were chatting about that the other day, so I'm hoping she's going to work her way through that and get herself off and running with herself so she can do her own alterations, which is what she wanted a machine for. So the third dress she brought over is this one just here, and this is very of the 80s, I would say. It's a dropped waist. God, I used to love a dropped waist in the 80s. Well, maybe early 80s. By 87 I was a bit indie gothy. I was going to second-hand shops to buy old women's clothes, we used to call them, and old men's coats. That's what me and Sybil used to live in. This one's got, just look, it's got shoulder pads in, but they're like the smallest shoulder pads. Look, they're even covered. So basically, what does she want doing with this one? It's a dropped waist at the front and the back. She thought she wanted it shortening, but I had her stood on a chair in the dining room looking at the length of it, and it's already been shortened. And I think if it's shortened anymore, because of the drop waist, it would alter the proportions and it would be really too much. But when I looked at it, I don't know whether this will come out on camera, I just love the history of these things, because the blue one had been shortened, this one had been shortened, I don't know when or where, but if you look at it, like, it's literally been chopped off, and then I don't know how well that, can you see the stitching where it's been hemmed up? And it's like got little knots in here and there. Obviously somebody's hemmed it by hand. Bless them. So I'm going to unpick that, I'm going to overlock it round, and then I'll probably cover stitch it round because it's got a bit of stretch in it. I think she paid like £6 each for them off Vinted, and she loves that sort of vintage look. I think I've said before, she's got some of my mum's clothes. My mum's no longer with us, and she did a little wardrobe raid, and yeah, she's got some very sort of Princess Diana blouses, like a Wedgwood with a pale blue lace collar and things. Yeah, but I love it. I love these buttons. They almost look like poppers. the buttons. And it was just so cute. It was really cute, that blue dress with those shell buttons. I thought they were just white plastic buttons at first. But then they were like almost a mother of pearl, like a shell. They were really lovely. So I said I had a mystery that I needed some help to solve. Where do these go? So not that long ago, I had an old tin of my dad's, like a Rinton's tea tin. And it was almost full to the brim of magic, what do you call it, wonder clips. Now all of a sudden I've got about 20 left. Where did they go? Are they like socks? Do they disappear? I mean, they don't go in the washing machine. Where did they go? Does anybody know? Where do wonder clips go? And is there only me that has this problem? I'm waiting for a response. I know you can't talk to us really, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you just need a gap, like you need a reply. So I've had to order some on. But I just thought I'd ask, where do wonder clips go? I was asking at Sawtown the other day, but I think everybody agreed with me. They just disappear. So, having just done a fabric haul and said that I wasn't going to buy any more fabric, but there was a purpose for it, because So Totally Me had a remnant sale on. I think it's still on. You might just catch it this weekend. And you might remember me saying that I'd got a metre. That was all that they had left of this beautiful fabric, which is 100%. It's not a Liberty fabric, but it's 100% like a Liberty fabric. And so they put a 60, which is a 60 oh, I can't speak again, a 60 centimetre piece of this in the remnant sale. And I thought, I'm having that. Because I knew with a metre I could probably get a top out of it, but I knew I was probably going to have to compromise on the length of sleeves or something like that. So both of those are pre-washed. That's 100. They're 100% going to be a serge brush top. I knew that when I made them. So yeah, well, I couldn't just order that, could I? I mean, I was paying me delivery. I had seen this fabric. Now, I did think it was like a broad anglaise, but it's not. It's like it's an embroidered fabric. It's in white. Now, this is a huge step for me. I am like the clumsiest, messiest person ever, but I just love this fabric. It's going to be possibly a patina blouse or something like that, but I think it'll be later in the year. And check me out. I've even got some plastic out so that I can wrap it up and keep it nice and clean. Do you want me to show you it? Should I show you it? Are you ready? How beautiful is that? It is just gorgeous. I'm just in love with it. It's soft. It's obviously back on a cotton back. It's got these fans on it, and I just think that will look amazing as a top. I mean, other people might make trousers out of it, but me in white trousers, it's just never going to happen. But as a shirt, I can 100% see that as sort of a shirt. But I need to look after it and not spill coffee on it. And, you know, I'm going to put it gently over there and sort that out. So, I have a little update. Last week I was talking about the dress for the ball. 2 weeks today, we're heading off to Birmingham. So I need to get my finger out. This is the point where I start to procrastinate about making something. I don't know why. When it's for an occasion, I just think about it too much. Does anybody else do that? Do you like overthink it and then almost talk yourself out of it? So my commitment to myself is that I'm not going to do anything else. I'm going to do that dress for an hour, but I'm not doing anything else until I do this. So I was thinking I was going to record tomorrow or maybe Sunday. I'll probably share this on Sunday, but after work tomorrow, which is Saturday, I want to make a start on this. So I've shared the fabric with you before, so I'm doing a combination of these two ginghams, and I've got these pigeon mushes and cut one pair buttons, that's the word, which were in, I think, the first So Hayley Jane box that I got, which is so cute. So I'm thinking they'll look fabulous with that. And you'll know that I'm doing a tiered skirt, which is lilac gingham with tiny little bits of pink gingham ruffles in between, which I'm probably setting myself up for far more complicated than I need to be. And at first I was going to do a shirt top. Then I was going to do some of the top that I can't even remember. See, I've moved on that much now. And last week, I think on my vlog, I was talking about that I thought I needed a bit of a V-neck. And I was kind of thinking, what am I going to do? And then I thought, have a look through your fabric stash, see what you've got. And I remember, God, I'm not even drinking tonight. I haven't had a drink today, I promise. I've been at work and then locked up. I remembered about this style arc pattern. So this is the style arc Belle woven dress. Now, the reason I've not made it before, I'll hold up the line drawings. So here on the back, you've got a shirred waist. Well, obviously, until recently, I hadn't mastered the whole shirred thing. So I had a little Instagram tour and I put in Belle Dress gingham, and a couple of fabulous dresses came up. Now, you can see that obviously the V comes out. It doesn't look like it's too deep a V from what I've seen, and it's got buttons all the way down. But what I'm going to do, I've messaged a couple of people whose pictures I saw that have made this and said, do you need to actually undo the buttons on the skirt? Because obviously if I'm doing a tiered skirt, I mean, I could match the buttons up, but it's going to be a right palaver on with running with two different checks of fabrics to get all of that lined up. And to be fair, I would never have any buttons undone on it anyway. I want it longer than it is in the picture because I want it like kind of full on maxi length. So what I'm going to do is, and they both said no, because of, sorry, I can't see it, because of the shirring, you might need to undo the buttons on the waistband, but you don't need to undo the buttons on the skirt. So my plan is to make a start with the bodice. Now, I was thinking, do I need to do the bodice, do like a toile in the bodice? But to be fair, this fabric's £3.95, I think, a metre. It's from First for Fabrics, which is literally 5 minutes away from me. So if I do it and it doesn't fit and I need some more fabric, I can just go and get it. But I just thought, rather than cut into some of the fabric, just cut in this, and then if it works, it's ready and we're set to go. Now, the only thing I thought with it, and if anybody's made this, would you let me know? It does say fabric suggestions, rayon, silk and crepe, but this is quite a thin gingham. The only thing I'm not sure about is if I'll need to just line the bodice. I've got a little underslip I can wear. Now, it gives you the sizes in finished measurements. I can't see any page where it gives you the, like, your measurements. It's only finished measurements. So looking at mine, like, I'm a 43-inch bust, and the finished measurement bust for a size 14 is 49 5/8. There's no way I'm a size 14. But I have made another style arc dress, which is the Naomi woven dress, and I've made that. I had it on the other day and that fits me nicely, so I'm going to go back to that one and see what size I cut in that and go off of that, I think, because what I also need to look at is the waist. So the shirred waist would bring me out at probably a 16 to 18 on the finished measurement of this, but I'm just aware that because it's got this sort of gathered fullness on the bust, that finished garment size obviously is allowing some ease in that. So if I cut it too small, it's going to be hopeless. So I'd much rather cut it too big and then cut it down if I need to. Now, what I've decided to do is, it's got what looks like a back yoke, which runs just over the shoulders here. So I'm going to do the yoke and the waist, front and back, in the pink. And I'm going to do this part of the back and the bodice and the sleeves in lilac, and the bulk of the skirt in lilac with a little bit of pink in between. That's this week's plan. Check in later for the latest instalment to see what's going on and if the plan's the same. I mean, who knows what could happen, really. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I was wanting to make it, so I figure let's just give it a go. So Saturday, Sunday and into next week, I'm going to aim to get cracked on with that. I'll have that skirt done in no time. So yeah, there you go. Now, is that a record 19 minutes? I think it could be. So I am over, out, finished. You can go and get your tea now. happy days. All right, you take care, and I'll see you soon. And if you haven't clicked that subscribe button, please give me a subscribe. I'm really trying to work my way to 1,000 subscribers. I think I'm currently on something like 830, which I'm over the moon for because I've only been vlogging for about 8 months, I think. So yeah, if you haven't done that yet, click that bell and get some notifications, and I will see you soon. So take care. Bye for now.